Welcome back. We've got Shannon Becker in the studio with his big three stories of the week. Good morning, Shannon.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
Well, I tell you, I don't get, crazy religious often, but I thank the Lord for heat and shelter.
I know, right?
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. After this week.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness.
I haven't remembered
crazy.
it this cold in a long time. So thank you so much to the Lord.
Absolutely.
Let's take a look at the big three this week. What's happening where you live is about 3:30 a.m. Reports of a fire in Carthage. We're talking about those extreme temperatures.
Right.
That night it was -6. It felt like about -14. And there was one way into this rural neighborhood near Carthage, and they had equipment failure. Everything was froze up. They had an assisting department come and block the road because one of their trucks broke down and they couldn't get the water until some others could come and help.
And there were no fire hydrants in that area.
No fire hydrants. Yeah, if you live in a rural area outside of town, that's the perks of living in town. You have accessible water,
yes.
Obviously. They did as much as they could. The house was a total loss, but no one was injured in that fire at rural Carthage. Our number 2 story, we brought it to you from the beginning. We were live late that night, Saturday, when a man was shot and killed in Carthage, right behind Whistler's across the alley. Carthage police detectives then spent all night developing information. We've got breaking news for you this morning and an update. Not only do they have 5 witnesses to the shooting, also a neighbor filmed it on their cell phone.
Very interesting.
It happened in the front yard. There's a vehicle that was involved, and we were there the next morning when Elijah Hardy was taken into custody in Galena, Kansas, and that car still had blood on the hood.
Wow.
And they towed it from this residence here you can see in Galena. Of course, the young man who died, 22 years old, he was a father of a 3-year-old child. You can read more about that story. KOAM News Now. It's tragic, breaking news. KOAM News on our website. And then our number 1 story of the week, the big 3. It's a precious cargo. Is it gold? Is it silver? No, it's eggs.
Eggs. Oh, look at that.
The Will Rogers Turnpike on Tuesday and all the melee of everything. Yeah, look at that. That's like gold bullion, right?
I know.
There's a whole truck full of eggs that was rear-ended, destroyed, eggs all over the highway. And they froze so quickly, too. And of course, they're kind of slick if you've ever walked on eggs. I have, but maybe you haven't.
Only eggshells.
Yeah, walk on eggshells around. Yeah, exactly. So no one was injured, though, in those series of crashes. That was quite a day on Tuesday. And then our bonus story of the week, the Joplin tornado. I know a lot of us lived through it. March 19th, Netflix has announced they are releasing a documentary about it. It was filmed. Here's a picture from Norma's Diner. It was about 14 months ago. They filmed all their interviews there after hours, so it's kind of got that local flair.
Yes.
You can watch the film like everybody else. You got to be a member of Netflix or sign up for Netflix. Details are on our website. It's a Netflix documentary. It's called In the Eye of the Storm.
In the Eye of the Storm.
So I guess it's a different perspective of people who actually were in the middle of it all.
Very interesting.
So it'll be fascinating. And some people might not want to see it.
True.
It still causes a lot of trauma for a lot of people.
Absolutely. Well, Shannon, as always, thank you so much for being with us this Friday morning. Happy to have you. Stick around. We'll be right back.